It's Friday the 1st of April. I'm Andrew Kenningham, Chief Europe Economist at Capital Economics, and this is your Week in Review. This is a week in which we've continued to assess the fallout of the war in Ukraine on the global economy and markets. Europe's proximity to the war and its reliance on Russian energy means it's the most affected of the world's major economies. That's raised the risk of a downturn or possibly a recession in some countries, including Germany. But we explained in Drop-In earlier this week why we think it's most likely that the region as a whole manages to avoid an outright recession. We have downgraded our consumption forecasts because of the rise in inflation, and we think European manufacturers will struggle due to higher energy costs and supply chain problems. But this should be offset by the recovery in high-contact service sectors, things such as travel and hospitality, as COVID restrictions have been lifted. Now, although the growth outlook is looking less upbeat than it was before the war, we don't think the ECB will be deterred from raising interest rates. That's largely because inflation has really taken off in the past few months. We got another set of very worrying inflation data this week, and it looks now as if Eurozone inflation will reach 7.5% in March, and in Spain inflation was very nearly 10%. Now, even as we've continued to assess the near-term impact of the war, we are looking at the longer-term implications as well. And in a major new report that we published earlier this week, we considered the global economic and market impact of the planned shift in Europe's energy strategy. We'll be discussing that with colleagues from our Commodities and East Europe team in an online session next week. So do look out for the invitation for that. So thank you for listening and have a good weekend.